What's up, everybody? I've been waiting to make this video for a few days now, kind of getting used to the new Nepeto features, and I'm going to kind of deep dive into what I think is valuable on the new update. So I'll share my screen here, and we'll just jump into it. So first things first, the dashboard's a lot better. You have your credits of hiding, and you can actually bulk buy credits now for 80 cents per hide, which is pretty valuable in my opinion to cut the cost down. Then you have your hidden products, you have how many mismatches on the month, and then you just have a better layout on the dashboard to see everything. Wholesale, Amazon to Walmart, Telegram, Amazon out of stock, A2A flips, distributors, and then I would mostly be in the online arbitrage retailers. And then we have the storefront scanner, which we'll also get into as well. So the first thing I notice in here is there's no private label. I think this is a really good feature because in the past, there was like one or two sellers on several of the products that you're trying to find. Now you're able to eliminate those products and have 4 or more offers on all your stuff. So you pretty much know that they're not private label. Another thing that you're able to do is now put in a coupon. If you know a website has a certain coupon all the time, you're now able to put that in and not have to kind of like count it in over and over. And then you can have data on the bottom. So now you're able to see 1, who's on the buy box and what price, and then 2, the monthly sales. So I think having the monthly sales there is really nice. And then here's the storefront scanner feature. So everybody likes the storefront stock, especially newer sellers. And now you're going to be able to find profitable products and then storefront from those on Nepeto. So I think that's a really good feature to have that. And pretty much how this works is you're going to pull up the storefront scanner and you're going to have their store scanner. So you can either put that one in or you can do it manually. So then you're going to look up their ID and you're going to get 15 scans a day. So you kind of want to make them worth it. And it's just going to scan all of their products in the store that come up on Nepeto. And what you're going to see is they have a lot of leads on here. So you're able to then pull it up on a new window and see what leads they have. Now, they're not all going to be profitable because just like storefront stalking, like you kind of have to find it. But what you do know is that like where they're getting it instantly, and you're able to quickly kind of just move through these. And some of them, like obviously, is just not going to be there. There's some errors here and there. And then some won't be profitable. What I also like to do is you can do it this way, the old-fashioned way. This is how the majority of people storefront stock. And you're going to find a seller with a good amount of reviews, because if they have a lot of reviews and they're selling the product, it probably sells decent enough on Amazon for them to take the risk on it. So you can kind of confirm volume in that way. So we'll just find somebody's storefront this way. And then you can see all that they're selling, and you have their storefront ID right here. So then what you're going to be able to do is go back to the scanner and just scan. All right, so now the scanning is occurring. And what we can see is there's a few leads in here. So we're going to open these up. And I like this method better. I think it's a little bit more natural from looking at the reviews on here, kind of having a feel from the Amazon listing, and then pulling it up on here. So then you're just going to run through the products same way. Just going to pull up profitable leads. So you got 37 RY here, Amazon listing, where they're getting it. So there's a delivery here. So it says 57. I'm not sure if that's going to be accurate, but you have leads here, $30. Looks like FBM is at 51 or 52. But FBA is actually at 57. So this would be $30 selling FBA at 57.12. And what you can see is the difference between FBA and FBM there in the orange. People on FBA are actually moving at $6 higher. So at 57, you are profitable on this item. And it is a pretty consistent price. It did just recently get a buy box. And since it got that price, now it's been selling out. So this is a pretty good lead just right off the bat. And then you just continue on in their store. So you'll just continue to X out, pull up another one, and you can pull them all up at once if you want. And then you'll be able to storefront stock from these deals, 21 ROI. You can see where FBM is actually selling. Check this. Yeah, so 88 cents for $9. If this is the right product. Always something like this, I'm trying to check the model number. So 40034, 40034. So I feel pretty good about this one. So 985 selling 300 a month, and we've got 88 cents. So that's a pretty good lead. $4 probably. So yeah, I mean, you're not going to print like money off this, but the return on investment is great. So you're going to be able to find a lot of these bigger sellers and what they're selling, kind of like low key. Let's see if we got any more. Dick's Sporting Goods. So we got this selling at $95 with a buy box. And I feel like Yeti stuff usually moves pretty well. I actually haven't sold any Yeti, but I know a lot of people have done well with it. Let's see. So $55, and we know with Dick's we can get a 10% or we can get 20 off 100 on these items. So this is actually a pretty good lead in my opinion. 800 rank, a main color. So recently just got a buy box up here, and it is getting some movement. So this is actually a pretty good lead. And then you can go 55 times 10% off, or you can try and do the 20 off 100. All of that's going to be on the bottom of the website down here on Dick's. $10 off, or you can do 20 off 100. So you're able to move these Yetis at 49 ROI, FBA, FBM, whatever you want. So that's why I feel like storefront stocking, like people that like to do that. And then you're going to have 2 different colors as well, or 2 different places you can get it. So you can also get this at Ace Hardware. So that's another feature, is now you're going to be able to see multiple places that you can get the same product. So if they're sold out at Dick's, you know, you can then get them at Ace Hardware. And that's all just going to be within the show data tab. So I feel like it's a pretty good feature. The only thing is you're limited to 15 a day. So obviously you would need to, make the best out of them. But yeah, just a few leads in there off the storefront stocking. And then you can always just do the regular sourcing as well. But I feel like it's a pretty good feature.